Hello everybody, my name is Ray Albert and I am visiting you on my new YouTube channel, Simfly, and I also got my new website, Simfly. And this is all about people that enjoy flying, or want to know about aviation or how to fly and everything else. I am a licensed pilot. I haven't flown an actual aircraft in many years, only because of the cost to rent aircraft. The best plane I ever flew was a 300 extra aerobatic aircraft. Had a blast. I only flew it once, but man, it was memorable, let me tell you. Anyway, today I'm going to, because there's a lot of things on the internet about, how to get started with flight simulators. And I think it'd be nice to show you a free one that you could try, even just using your mouse. If you don't have a joystick right now, I mean, you can get a joystick fairly cheaply. If you go to the simfly.com website, you'll see where you could buy joysticks that you could that's compatible with your computer, and also free downloads. I have Microsoft Combat Flight Simulator 2 and 3, and they're free downloads, and you can enjoy them if you want to. But here's the thing that you can do for free to get started, just to check it out. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is to go ahead and Google Earth right here. Let's see here, Google Earth. We want to find a place where you can download it. So I guess if you go to googleearth.com, yeah, there you go. And I've got it downloaded on my computer already. So somewhere in here you're going to have a download, so you're going to want to download it. Once you download Google Earth, then what you're going to do is you're going to go to the icon right here. See, I downloaded Google Earth Pro because it's got more scenery files and stuff like that. So if I double click on that, it's going to bring up the Google Earth program. And so now we're in Google Earth. Pretty cool, huh? Now we're going to want to fly a simulator, right? So we're going to go to the tools here, and we're going to go to where it says Enter Flight Simulator. That's going to give you two choices: the SR-22, which is a single engine aircraft, or the F16 fighter jet. Now myself, I'm a licensed pilot. I know how aircrafts fly and everything else. You might want to start off slow, but for this demonstration, I'm going to go with the F16, and I'm going to start off at airport in New York, JFK runway 13 right, only because I live in Connecticut. So we're going to fly from New York to Connecticut, and I'm going to attempt to land at Bradley Field. I can fly the F16 fine. I know the landing speeds and things like that, but every time I try to land, I crash. Let's see what I can do, okay? This shouldn't take too long. So you start the flight, and it starts you off at New York Airport, and it renders it really nice right here. Now, I'm going to go with my joystick here. Now, you can use your mouse to do this. You can also pause it by clicking on the space bar. Okay, so now I am going to explain everything I'm doing. So I'm going to put full power up on the accelerator here. Here we go. And I'm going to give her a little bit of a right rudder here because it is fighting me a little bit. Okay, going to try to get to 200 knots. On the left hand side, you can see the airspeed climbing, and rotate at 200 knots. Boom, there I've rotated. Now I'm going to slow down the accelerator. I'm going to turn to heading 060. We're going to be heading east towards Connecticut. Watch my airspeed and my altimeter. Altimeter's on the right hand side. There's 060 right there. I'm going to straighten out, flying level, and I'm going to slow down my airspeed a little bit, climbing up to 3,000. And maybe I'll keep the airspeed about 400 knots so it doesn't take so long to get there. Okay, I reached the 400 knots. lower the nose, try to keep the aircraft in level flight, which is kind of hard to do with a jet because it's a fighter jet that wants to go all over the place. So lift up the nose a little bit, gain some altitude, lower some airspeed, and we're a couple of minutes into the flight, and we're already starting to see, we're going over Long Island right now. This is Long Island, New York, and I'm over 3,000 feet. Let me lower my nose here. I want to stay right around 3,000. Right around 3,400 knots. All right, that's the Long Island Sound right there to the left or in the front of us. That's the ocean over there to the far right. Well, gaining airspeed on my hands lifting up on the yoke. Like I said, this thing's very touchy. Try to keep it around 3,000 feet, 400 knots. Not doing very good at maintaining level flight at 3,000 feet and 400 knots, but it's fun. Okay, so once we cross Long Island Sound, we'll be into Connecticut. And as you can see down below, maybe over here to the left-hand side, that's Bridgeport, Connecticut, I believe, or Stratford, Connecticut. Up, yeah, there's, I think that's Bridgeport right in front of us. And I think to the right of that is New Haven, Connecticut. And once we get over to the cities, I'll show you how clear that this aircraft or the simulator shows the, as you can see, the water looks really real. And I'm starting to lose altitude here. Let me just pick up the nose a little bit. Get back up to 3,000 feet. Okay, so this is looks like Bridgeport. Going over Bridgeport at 400 knots, 410 knots, a little over 3,000 feet. Okay, so let's go over here. And we're going to fly over to New Haven real quick. And the nose is coming up. Well, we're up to 4,000 feet. Bring the nose down. All right. So as you can see ahead of us here is New Haven, Connecticut. All right, I'm going to pick up the airspeed a little bit. Try to get over about 500 knots here so we can fly a little bit faster. Okay, this is New Haven, Connecticut over here to the left. Now in front of us, you're going to see right down to the left there, just a little bit, there's a runway there. I don't know if you can see that. You'll be able to see it in a second. See the runway down there on the left-hand side. That's Tweed, New Haven Airport. And if I follow the heading of the runway, which should be 060, it will lead us straight into Hartford. So I'm going to lower the nose a little bit again, stay around 3,000 feet, 500 knots, trying to get around 500 knots, but we don't need to get around 500 knots. Low we go. All right. All right. Whoa, ponies. All right, so we're flying over North Haven right now. This is North Haven, Connecticut. And maybe I'll drop it down a little bit so you can see the detail, and the cities are really amazing. Bringing about 1,000 feet. Actually, we're in Hartford, Connecticut already. That's Hartford, Connecticut right there. There's Connecticut River on the right-hand side. Okay, on the right is Brainerd Field. That's in Hartford, Connecticut right there, going down to 3,000, flying over Hartford area. And I'm slowing down my speed, gradually dropping down in altitude. Keep my speed around 300 knots, or 200 knots rather, till we get to Bradley International. As you can see, the city of Hartford looks pretty real, right? I mean, I don't know if you've ever been to Hartford or not, but that sure looks like Hartford from the air. Yes, it does. Okay, so now we need to fly in a northerly direction here to find the Bradley International Airport we're going to land at. I'm going to try anyway, like I said. And see what happens now. Stay around 200 knots, dropping down in altitude slowly but surely. Don't want to miss the airport. As you can see, the ground rendering as we go under it, right? I got my flaps down at 40%, my gear down, ready for landing here. Now all you need to do is find the airport. That's the Connecticut River over there on the right. If I look over here to the right, that's the Connecticut River. Still coming down in altitude. Staying around 200 knots. Okay, I'm going to level off a little bit. Pump a little power into there. Where's you at, airport? Try to land at the northernmost runway here. Okay, so I'm going down a little bit more. That's the airport in front of us. Try to land on runway 000 north. Down in altitude, airspeed. Drop some more flaps. Flaps don't want to drop no more. Okay. Okay, slow down my descent. There's the runway. Still high, I'm high. Don't want to force it. Alright, there we go. Right over the numbers. Keep it about 100. Well, says I crashed it. So, see, it's not as easy as it seems, right? So there you go. You can have fun. You can fly all around the country. You can fly anywhere you want to, really. It's pretty cool. So what a way to waste the day, right? So anyway, this is Ray Albert. Come visit me some more for some more flights, all right? We'll talk about how to fly in the future, and I'll have some more videos. I'll see you then.